أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي لا يبلغ مدحته القائلون ولا يؤدي حقه المجتهدون ولا يحصي نعماءه العادون ولا يدركه بعد الهمم ولا يناله غوص الفتن الذي بعدا فلا يرى وقربا فشهد النجوى تبارك وتعالى وصلى الله على أشرف بريته وسيد رسله وخاتم أنبيائه ومبلغ رسالته وبشير نعمته ونذير نقمته وعبده المؤيد ورسوله المسدد المصطفى الأمجد أبي القاسم محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين الغر الميامين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا ولعنة الله الأبدية الدائمة على أعدائهم أعداء الله من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الحكيم وهو أصدق القائلين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل لا أسألكم عليه أجرا إلا المودة في القربى صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات Once again a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Respected brothers and sisters, lovers and followers of Syed al-Shuhada Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected mu'mineen and mu'minat, in our discussion about this great institution of ziyarat or visitation and pilgrimage to shrines and graves of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam, we mentioned multiple benefits and interest and profits for the believers. Can I humbly request our sisters to give attention to my requests also, inshallah. Those internal majalis can happen afterward, inshallah. Once with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Of course, we spoke about, in principle last night, the concept of ziyarat or visitation of graves. and difference of opinion among scholars. of Islam and greater Ummah. Of course, when we speak about normal qabristan or maqbara or graves, there are indeed benefits which we spoke about it yesterday, that indeed it has, first of all, most important benefit of a reminder of Akhirat and realization of unfaithfulness of this world, instability of this dunya, and at the same time, of course, great reward and sawab has been mentioned. Also, of course, when we spoke about a level above the level of just normal believers or mu'mineens' graves, visiting graves of one's parents and walidain, and we little bit explain a bit more in detail that it is one of the rights of parents on children, that after their demise they are supposed to visit their graves. And in this manner they pay their rights, they show their respects and dues toward their parents. And we also mention, in the light of ahadith from Prophet and Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam, great reward for that. And not only great reward for visiting graves of the parents, but in fact du'as are accepted at the graves of parents. So important, so crucial. And then we move to another level, and we said that this is regarding our biological parents. But then we have parents and walidain above these biological and physical parents. Parents who have much more greater right on us and haqq on us than even biological parents. Biological parents have given us this material body and existence, took care of us in this world and its material needs and requirements. But then there are parents who are source of our spiritual life, parents who are caretakers of our eternal life, not this restricted and limited life of this dunya. And those parents are, of course, Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam, as Prophet said, Ana wa Aliyun abawa hadhihi al-ummah, that I and Ali are the parents and fathers of this ummah. So their right, their haqq on our neck, on our shoulders is greater, much more greater than our biological parents. And therefore, and indeed we have been asked and encouraged greatly to visit their graves. Why? When it comes to visiting the graves of Ahlul Bayt, why? We also mention few things. Of course, some things on everybody's mind. Why you go to Karbala? Why you go to Najaf? Why you go to Medina? Because for the sawab, normal answer is responses. Great sawab and reward. Jannah, paradise. Guaranteed for the zawar of Ahl Bayt of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. So, that is the reason. Also, another very common reason which in everybody's mind is, of course, there. Why are you going for ziyarat? You say, we going for ziyarat because we got challenges in our life. I got somebody who's sick among my family. I don't know, I got a job problem. I don't know, family problems. I got different challenges in my life. I want to go for ziyarat. And I'm sure that my du'as, my hajat, my needs will be responded. And I mentioned even the first night also. No doubt about it that ziyarat is very, very effective in this regard also. I said about Imam Riza, it is guaranteed that if somebody goes to Imam Riza alayhi salam with pure intention of ziyarat, with sincerity of intention, Imam Raza is known as Imam Rauf, Imam who is compassionate, who is caring, who is kind, who is merciful. Not possible that you go there and you come back without acceptance of your dua and hajat and your challenges and your problems. No doubt. That's also very true. About Imam Hussain, night is night of Imam Hussain, we read about him. وَتَحْتَ قُبَّتِهِ إِجَابَةُ الدُّعَاء. Sayyid al-Shuhada Aba Abdullah al-Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam is acceptance of dua under his dome. تَحْتَ قُبَّتِهِ. No doubt. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt. But brothers and sisters, all these issues which I just now mentioned and listed are correct, are valid, absolutely no doubt. But Ahlul Bayt, our school, our leaders, our guides, our imams have basically changed or transformed this simple concept of ziyarat for dua, for hajat, for reward, for sawab, for just expression of love, and so on, to a much more greater and deeper institution with amazing messages, with far, remote, long affecting, results it can reach. Something completely different. It's an institution. It's something really very much greater than just a visitation of a shrine. A visitation of shrine is common among all different schools of thought. You know very well. Now, again, I would like to quickly connect to our brothers here in Singapore that I don't know, because majority of Muslims by us are also originally Malay. They came from here, migrated from here 300 years ago. And they brought with them a culture of what they call it, I don't know in your language, is still the same or different, what they call it, karamat, karama, or the shrine of the Sufia. These people came from Far East to South Africa, to more particularly to Cape Town, and they came from the areas of Java and Sumatra and wherever. And among them were, of course, were saints, Sufiyas, Awliya Allah, what they call them. And they are buried in different parts of Cape Town, and they are called karamat, those shrines in their own way. And it's a tradition there to have zikr there by those karamats, to visit these karamats, to make dua there. Even if they go to Hajj, they visit all these karamats before going to Hajj. They greet to all these Sufiya before going to Hajj. Salawatullah Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And they were, of course, also, let me say here, I'm sorry to little bit go out of my topic. They were lovers of Ahlul Bayt, these people who came. You will be surprised. Let me share with you something that in our Cape culture, we have a culture of what we call it hidad or zikr on the Thursday nights, like we got Dua Komal, for example. They got culture of zikr, al-hidad, ratibul hidad and all that. And they have those books of zikr. Some of them, of course, from India, and some of them even from Far East Asia, like from this side of the world. But what was really surprising for us, that names of all 12 Imams are present in those books, including name of Imam Zaman, Hazrat Wali Yasir Arwahuna Fida. Aloud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please can. Once again, salawat ala Muhammad wa ali. So they were lovers of Ahlul Bayt, no doubt. They brought love of love of Ahlul Bayt along with them in that zikr, because they are Shafi'is, of course. They read that poetry of Imam Shafi'i. Ya Ahl Bayt Rasulullah, hubbukum farzun fil Quran anzala, kafaakum bil fakhre, man lam yusalli alaykum la salata lah. This is part of the zikr. This poetry of Imam Shafi'i rahmatullahi alayh, where he says that, O Ahl Bayt of Rasulullah, your love is compulsory in the Quran, which was revealed on our Nabi from Almighty Allah subhanahu. Kafakum bil fakhre, for your fazl and virtue, it is sufficient. Man lam yusalli alaykum la salatala. Whoever does not make salawat on you has his salat is also not valid. Man lam yusalli alaykum la salatala. No one salat is valid if it does not include salawat and durood on you, Ahl Bayt of Rasulullah. That's part of the zikr. Innama yuridullah la yuzhiban kum Ahlul Bayt. This ayat is part of that zikr. It's there. Now, as I said, this was just to share with you this beautiful experience. But what I'm saying, that while this visitation of graves of awliya, sulaha, pious people, and so on, is a common practice among the ummah, it's there. But what Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhim did to this ziyarat, and this concept of ziyarat is something else. They took it onto a completely different level, and not only to ziyarat, to number of different issues in Islam. Dua is one of them. Dua. I can give quickly example of the dua. Means what? Asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your hajat, means what we do. But when we talk about dua in Ahlul Bayt, it's a culture. It's an institution. Allahu Akbar. What is not, which is not in duas of Ahlul Bayt? Rich culture, rich message, teachings, tawheed, akhlaq, i'tiqadat, imamat, wilayat, politics, social relation. What you want, it is there in duas of Ahlul Bayt. Irfan, mystical approach. Allahu Akbar. Wherever you want to see, it is there in duas of Ahlul Bayt. Salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhim ajma'in. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Similarly, in this chapter of ziyarat of Ahlul Bayt, salamullahi alayhim ajma'in, it's much, much more than just for reward, just for dua, just for sawab, just to show respect, just to pay their rights, just to be there. No, it's much more than that. What we find in the teachings of Ahlul Bayt, alayhimus salatu wassalam, and I would like to little bit draw your attention to this particular aspect of ziyarat, my respected brothers and sisters, that our Imams taught us that ziyarat is basically renewal of allegiance to Imam and wilayat and leadership of Imam and Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. This is something else. I already quoted, because night was night of martyrdom of Imam Riza, I quoted that hadith from Imam Ali ibn Musa Riza alayhi salam, where he says, Inna likulli imamin ahdan wa aqdan fi unuqi atba'ihi wa shi'atih. This is right. This is covenant. This is pledge of every Imam on his Shia, on his followers, on his supporters. What is that right? What is that pledge? What is that covenant? Ahdan wa aqdan. What is that pledge? That they must come and visit them and make ziyarat of them while they are alive and while they are not physically in this world, ziyarat of their graves. Please understand this whole issue of traveling, and I already spoke about this geographical connection of ziyarat last night. I don't want to now repeat that discussion again. Why we cannot have ziyarat from here? Why we need to go and travel? Because space is important. Time is important. That land is important. Why? Why this effort? Because this effort is to motivate you, to say to you that you have to pledge, you have to renew your allegiance with your Imam and leader. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. This renewal of pledge and allegiance to Imam and leader is so important that Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam says even about Hajj. What he says about Hajj? What is definition of the climax of Hajj according to Imam, according to Ahlul Bayt? He says, Kamalul Hajj liqa'ul Imam. Climax of Hajj, perfection of Hajj, Mi'raj of Hajj, that you meet in Hajj your Imam. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In other words, when you go for your ziyarat and you stand there in front of Zarih of your master and Maula, Amirul Mumineen alayhi salatu wassalam, or any one of the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, what you say? O Imam, O Imam, O my leader, I came here to say that I am loyal to you. I am committed to you. I am in touch with you. I am still in your allegiance. This revival and renewal of allegiance is very important. Let me quickly read for you a sentence from our Maula and Master. I just recorded for you. Amirul Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam regarding ziyarat. And how specifically, categorically he says, Inna ziyaratana innama hiya tajdidul ahd wal misaq al makhuz fi riqab al ibad. Our ziyarat, visitation to our graves, is renewal of allegiance and commitment and pledge to us in the neck of the servants of Allah. And what Imam says, now listen please. Amirul Mu'mineen, Sabilu Za'ir an yaqul inda ziyaratihim. And the method of ziyarat is this. Ali is explaining, Maula Amirul Mu'mineen is explaining, Ja'atuka O Imam, I came to you. Ya Maulai, O my master, Za'iran lak, as a visitor to you. Musliman alaik, while greeting you. Walahiqan bik, and I'm connecting to you. وأجدد ما أخذ لكم في رقبتي من الأهد, and I came to renew, to revive my commitment to your vilayat من الأهد والميثاق والولاية لكم. I came to say, I am renewing, I am reviewing, I am refreshing that commitment which I got to you. The pledge which I made to you when I said Ashhadu Anna Aliyan Amir al Mu'mineen, when I said Ashhadu Anna Aliyan Waliyullah. O Ali, I came to you to say to you that I review, I renew this commitment that you are my Mawla and I am your servant and I am in the circle of your vilayat. والولاية لكم والبراءة من أعدائكم معترفا بالفرض من طاعتكم, while I am acknowledging, accepting, admitting that your obedience is compulsory on me. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. You come to say that, brothers and sisters. That's not very easy, huh? Inshallah, if time allowed, only 2 more speeches left. But really, this message of renewal of our allegiance to Imam is the most important message of all the ziyarat. I said first night, ziyarat recommended by Ahlul Bayt. How to make ziyarat? On us. You want to greet Imam? You can greet in whatever way you want to greet. No restriction. But then what Ahlul Bayt did, like dua, come and greet to us, but let us teach you manners of greeting. Let us teach you manners of ziyarat. Therefore we got izn dukhul. Asking permission, inshallah. If time allowed, I will speak. Izn dukhul. Then we got ziyarat. We can make our own ziyarat, as-salam on you. Like we read Fazail of Amir al-Mu'minin, we can stand in the Najaf in front of Amir al-Mu'minin's shrine and grave and say, Ya Ali, salam on you. Oh Ali, you are. No problem. You can express yourself. But no, Ahlul Bayt taught us, Imam Zainul Abidin taught us, that's the way you must, for example, read ziyarat for us. You want to greet us, you want to make salam on us, let us teach you how to greet us, how to make salam on us. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And now, in these ziyarat of Ahlul Bayt, alayhimus salatu was salam, and inshallah some portions, if time allowed, I will try to explain, overcoming 1 or 2 more discussions, inshallah. This message is very clear message. Renewal of allegiance. Why? You know why? Because we are very easy to forget. Very easy to forget who we are and whose vilayat we are. You must understand need of revival. Can I tell you something? Riwayat from Imam Reza alayhi salam against 8th Imam of Ahlul Bayt. Allah Muhammad. Imam Reza Salamullahi alayhi says that when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, highly recommended Imam Reza's advice that you must take account of yourself. Must take account of yourself, what you did in the whole day. Morning, this, take account of yourself. Good, bad, right, wrong, take account before you sleep. And then you know what Imam Reza says? Now you realize that you made some mistakes, or may Allah protect all of you. I'm not saying you, but someone committed sin, for example. Now Imam Reza alayhi salatu wasalam says that in the night when you are sleeping and you realize that you have committed the sin, what you should do, of course you must make tawbah. But you know what Imam Raza says, huh? Allahu Akbar. Imam Raza says, before you make tawbah, you said, Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Why? Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ziyarat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Why? Imam Raza says, you know why? Because when you commit sin, when you disobey Allah, you come out of the wilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib. You come out of the wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Now when you realize that you have done something like that, and you deviated and distracted from the wilayat of Ahlul Bayt, you must say, Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. I want to review my wilayat and my commitment to you. Sorry, I disobeyed Allah. And as a result, I came out of the wilayat of you, ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. We do not understand, it's not my topic. You know, wilayat, what is wilayat? You think wilayat means Nara Haidari? Wilayat means shouting. Wilayat means getting excited. Yeah, all those things are there. But my brothers, wilayat, real meaning of wilayat is commitment. Commitment. Biggest mistake is when we translate wilayat by word love. Love is something, no doubt. Love of Ahlul Bayt, for example, is something. I'm reading every night, قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى. Love of Ahlul Bayt. But love of Ahlul Bayt is common. Love of Ahlul Bayt, everybody loves Ahlul Bayt. Who is in Ummah of Islam who does not love Ahlul Bayt? Except Nasibis. But everyone loves Ahlul Bayt. No, my brother, no, my sister. Love of Ahlul Bayt is something, but wilayat of Ahlul Bayt is something else. Love, when it becomes commitment, it is called wilayat. Love, when it becomes commitment, it becomes wilayat. A lot of time, let me explain to you. Sorry, my time is running out. You know, sometimes we have always this question, can we make friends to non-Muslims, Christians, I don't know, Jews, this one, that one? Can we be friends with them? Can we be friends with the non-Muslims? Well, Quran says no. For example, you must not make friends with Christians and Jews and this and that and kuffar and mushrikeen. So person thinks that how that's possible, that we live in a society and we must not make friends with non-Muslim. Quran itself answers this question. It said, no, no problem. You want to make friend, you can make friend. You can have friendship. You can even love. You can be caring about them. Nothing wrong, compassionate about them. Prophet himself is rahmatun lil alameen. What's wrong with to be caring, loving, being friend with them? That is nothing wrong. But what Quran says, what should not be between you and kuffar is wilayat. Wilayat must be only between you and your imam. And as a result, wilayatullah. Hunalika al-wilayatu lillah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Wilayat is a practical commitment. My brothers, my sisters, you go to ziyarat of Imam Hussain to say that, oh Imam Hussain, I came here to say that I am committed to you, and I am committed to your ideals, and I am committed to your values, and I am committed to for what you fought. What you say? Tomorrow we will be reading, inshallah, Ziyarat of Arba'in. One of the most beautiful ziyarat of Ahlul Bayt is Ziyarat of Arba'in. Tomorrow, inshallah, during the day. Brothers have announced already the program. But let us not read it just traditionally to tick, we are used to these things. Tick. amal when we want to tick. So tonight we are supposed to do 10 amal, tick, 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 tick. This is not amal, my brother. This is not approach of Ahlul Bayt. Ahlul Bayt never worried about ticking. Ahlul Bayt always worried about spirit. Even when it came to narration, riwayat, Imam Sadiq used to shout, Alaykum bid-diraya la bir-riwaya. On our followers of Ahlul Bayt, it is to understand hadith, not to just narrate hadith like parrot. To capture the spirit of hadith. Don't be worried about how many ziyarat you read. Don't be worried about numbers. Worried about quality, not quantity. Worry about the message and spirit. Listen to this ziyarat of Arba'in tomorrow, inshallah. We will read all together. But one sentence of this ziyarat, Allah. Or other ziyarat. What we say to Imam, فَمَعَكُمْ مَعَكُمْ لَا مَعَ غَيْرَكُمْ. Is this joke? Are we truthful? Person should check. I'm saying to Imam Hussain, فَمَعَكُمْ مَعَكُمْ لَا مَعَ غَيْرَكُمْ. O Hussain, O Ali, O Imam Askari, O Imam Sajjad, whatever Imam you are making ziyarat, I am with you. I am with you, not with your ghair, not with your... Is this really easy to say? Person shakes, Can we say really, truly, honestly, frankly to Imam Hussain, oh Imam Hussain, I am with you, I am with you, I am not with your enemies. What's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? Ma'akum ma'akum, la ma ghayrikum. What we are saying to Imam Hussain, Sayyidul Shuhada, Aba Abdullah al-Hussain alayhi salam. We renewing, we reviving our commitment to Imam Hussain Sayyidul Shuhada alayhi salam. And the same issue, of course and indeed, much more emphasized in ziyarat of Imam of our time, Imam Zaman, Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salatu wassalam. Now, this salawat is not salawat of the followers of Muhammad. Very sleepy. Make a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Look at the du'as and ziyarat of Imam Zaman, Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam. Allahumma. After every Fajr, what you are recommended to make ziyarat of Imam Zaman? What you say? Allahumma balligh Maulaya Sahib al-Zaman. Oh Allah, convey my salam to my master, Sahib al-Zaman, men of the time, owner of the era. And then what you say? Allahumma hadhihi bay'atun lahu fi unuqi. Oh Allah, this ziyarat of me for Imam Zaman is like allegiance of me, pledge of me on my neck, on my shoulder, for my Imam, Imam Zaman, Mahdi Salamullahi alayhi. This is what? In dua of ahd, what we say? Inni ujaddid. Oh Allah, I review, I revive, I repeat, I renew, I refresh. What? Bay'atu. My allegiance, my commitment to my Imam, Sabihata Yomi, this morning of my today's, wa kullu yawm, and every day. Allahu Akbar. Look at Ziyarat Al Yasin, for example, about Imam Zaman, Hazrat Mahdi, alayhi salatu wassalam, wa ajjal Allah ta'ala farajahu sharif. But we say to Imam again, similarly, repeatedly say, we are committed to you. Ziyarat, brothers and sisters, is renewal of this commitment. Very important for all of us who have, alhamdulillah, this privilege to go for ziyarat of Ahlul Bayt to their shrines and places of ziyarat. or even those who unfortunately for whatever reason could not go, and when they want to make ziyarat from wherever they are, remember, ziyarat is a reminder of our commitment to Ahlul Bayt, to their wilayat. We need to look at our amal. We need to look at our actions. We need to look at our approach. Are we really in camp of Imam Hussein? Or no, we are just saying Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. But practically, we are not in the camp of Sayyid al-Shuhada, Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. Sallallahu alayk ya Aba Abdullah. صلى الله عليك يا مولاي ويا سيدي وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. My salam on you, O Sayyid al-Shuhada, O Aba Abdullah. Tomorrow is Arba'in, and maybe we'll try to move our discussion to another angle. Very important angle. And that is ziyarat of every Imam is recommended, of course, from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Lady Fatima, to all other Imams. Salawatullah Muhammad wa alihi Muhammad. But the emphasis we find on the ziyarat of Hussein, you don't find that emphasis on any ziyarat. No, that is truth. Not that astaghfirullah, reward and sawab of ziyarat of any other infallibles is less reward. No, all of them. But emphasis, so much insistence on ziyarat of Sayyid al-Shuhada, Aba Abdullah. Why? Maybe tomorrow. There is a secret in it, brothers and sisters. Allahu Akbar. Night is night of Arba'in. Day of Arba'in is the day, basically, brothers and sisters, when this institution of ziyarat of Imam Hussein in particular was officially established. How it was established? By a great companion of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam, by the name of Salawatullah Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. By the name of Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari. History recorded for us that he was very old and even he lost his eyesight at that particular time. But he was a great lover of Ahlul Bayt. He was among those who were committed to wilayat of Ahlul Bayt. Could not take part in the battle of Karbala, but his heart and commitment in wilayat was with Imam Hussein Sayyid al-Shuhada, no doubt about that. And when he came to know about what happened in Karbala, please, few minutes attention. When he came to know about Karbala and what happened in Karbala, Allahu Akbar, he requested his friend Atiyah, please take me to Karbala. I want to go and visit my master and my Maula Hussein. And Atiyah says that I took Jabir ibn Abdullah Ansari to Karbala. When we reached near Karbala, Jabir took ghusl in Farat in the Euphrates. And in place of wearing normal clothes, he put kafan on him. Allahu Akbar. Could not see, as I said to you. He asked from his friend, his companion, guide me to the grave of Aba Abdullah. And he guided him, Allahu Akbar, to the grave of Syed al-Shuhada, Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. When Jabir reached grave of Imam Hussain, narrator says that he fell on the grave of Imam Hussain. And there, this first official Zair of Imam Hussain made his ziyarat by saying, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Assalamu alayka ya ibn Rasulullah. Allahu Akbar. Atiyah said that Jabir cried so much. Allahu Akbar. Went unconscious. I have to get some water to bring Jabir back. Jabir opened his eyes and again said, Assalamu alayka ya Habibi. Salam on you, my friend Hussain. Habibun la yujibu Habiba. But what friend? I am greeting you and you are not responding to my salam and greeting. Allahu Akbar. Jabir says that I know my friend Hussain. Why you don't want to respond to my greeting? How you can respond? But you are a body without Allah. Your head been severed and cut from your body. Allahu Akbar. How you can respond? How you can say Allahu Akbar? History recorded, according to some narrations, it is at the same time when this caravan of Usara and prisoners and women and children and orphans of Ahlul Bayt also arrived in Karbala. Allahu Akbar. Sayyida Zainab, leader of this caravan, requested from the people, Murbina, oh people, now when you want to take us back to Medina, if possible, take us through Karbala. Let us pass through Karbala. Let us refresh our memories of Karbala. Let us greet our dear ones who we left them without even kafan and dafan on the burning sands of Karbala. Allahu Akbar. History says, brothers and sisters, when this caravan arrived in Karbala, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Now sentences of historians are very touching. It says, Zainab did not wait for camel to sit down. Ya Abba. Zainab did not wait for camel to sit down, but fell from the camel. Allahu Akbar. Turned her direction not toward the grave of Hussain, came near grave of Imam Hussain, but turned toward Medina and said, Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Salam on you, my grandfather Rasulullah. Haza Hussain. This is your beloved Hussain. Allahu Akbar. Sallallahu alayka malaikatus sama May Allah's malaika angels greet you, O Aba Abdullah. You know, Zainab has an amazing sabr. Zainab never complained. This whole journey from, after Ashura, what happened on the Asr of Ashura, you know better. What happened in Kufa, what happened on the way to Sham and Syria, what happened in Damascus itself, Allahu Akbar. Zainab never complained. Zainab never said nothing. Zainab was taking care of everyone. But now when she reached to her brother, Allahu Akbar, Zainab could not speak. Zainab could not hold herself. Said, brother, do you know what happened after you were gone? Zainab said, brother, do you know what they did to your children? Ya Hussein. Oh, Zainab, Allahu Akbar, salam on you, O sabr of Zainab. Oh, mount of patience, Zainab. Allahu Akbar. Zainab said, oh, brother, do you know what happened in Sham-e-Ghariba? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Somebody was, Allahu Akbar. I don't know, will you be able to listen to this? This is not exaggeration. This is exactly what history has written. In the evening of Ashura, when they were removing, they were snatching, they were looting and robbing haram of Rasulullah. Allahu Akbar. They saw one person is busy removing the chadar, removing the hijab or whatever was there from one of the ladies of Ahlul Bayt. He was robbing them. And at the same time, this guy was crying. Now this lady turned back and said, you are robbing me and still you crying? What is this? Huh? He said, no, I'm crying because I think I'm robbing and snatching the hijab from Banate Rasulullah. So she said, Lema taslibini. So why you are removing it? Why you are robbing and looting it? You know what this rubbish said? What this terrible person said? He said, if I will not do, somebody else will do it. Allahu Akbar. Zainab narrated the story of Kufa. Oh, Aba Abdullah, oh my brother, what went on in Kufa on us. Oh, Allahu Akbar, Zainab narrated, oh, Aba Abdullah, Allahu Akbar, how difficult it was in the same city where Zainab used to be the princess of that city. In that crowd, a lot of people knew Zainab. How Zainab could stand in that crowd, Allahu Akbar. And then Zainab also narrated the story of Syria, the Damascus, Allahu Akbar. And then history says, Zainab said to the brother, Ya Abu Abdullah, Ya my brother, oh my dear, I was sabir, I made sabr, I did what I could do, I tried my best. But yes, one thing I am sorry, oh brother, one thing I am sorry. One amana I left behind. Oh Hussein, one of your young daughters, I left her behind in the presence of sin. Ala lanatullahi ala al-qawmi zalimin. Saya'lamu alladhina zalamu ayya munqalabin yanqalibu.